Okay, big announcement.
You've been working on this for
wait,
how long?
wait a second. So, guys, this has been an idea that's been brewing for about a year and 3 months. Well, yeah, so about a year and 3 months now. But actually,
yeah. So we owe everybody an explanation. We have been MIA this whole year because we've just been laying in bed doing nothing the whole time.
Absolutely, exactly why we have not. As a matter of fact, like, can we tell them the truth? We hate this podcast, and me and Danny quit.
Actually, I wouldn't say that now because we actually haven't done it in a while. So it kind of looks like we do hate it.
Nah. We fucking hate this podcast. Like, Danny's shooting me wrong. There's gonna be a documentary about the truth behind.
Documentaries dropping soon. The truth behind the Shift and Motion
podcast. How I was a slave, and like I was just a slave by day.
Wow. I made him edit every single one.
Every single video, all of them. It was a mess. But hey, guys, listen. I'm just so happy to be back. I can finally say that I'm happy to be back because I know we've been away for so long, and course,
from each other. I haven't seen Jack in like a month.
Yeah, about more than. Yeah, just
oh my gosh,
it's been about more than a month.
It's been a while.
Let's just say me and Danny. We've been working. We have been working a lot on our personal lives. Together and like we also said, we want to bring you guys a couple more content, different ideas. We haven't really I guess ready to talk about the new ideas that we have for this podcast yet, but just know that we've been working in the background and stuff. But we have I think one big thing to talk about today. Well, not yet. Not yet.
We're gonna make them wait.
We're gonna make them wait a little bit, but it's gonna be a topic of interest. But Danny, what you gotta say for yourself, man? What's going on?
Did I miss this podcast? I haven't talked this long or without cuts in a while. I'm kind of a little nervous in front of the camera. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's been going good, dude. Good start to the year personally. World isn't going through a great start,
though. We gotta talk about that, too.
We can talk about that later.
Do
you know a good amount about it or not really?
Absolutely not.
Nah, me neither.
I've been literally living under a rock for the past 2 months.
You've been just...
Yeah.
But everything's good. I don't know what to say.
No, but
last time they went to Cars and Coffee, met a lot of them. Pretty awesome.
What's Cars and Coffee? I honestly don't know what that is.
What do you think Cars and Coffee is?
Do you guys drink coffees in cars and talk about stuff?
Yep.
It actually sounds kind of cool.
A bunch of people meet in one place, park their cars, and drink coffee.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Can I be honest with you? You guys are like very on the nose. Like
very
you guys are very on the nose. Like the names are very like direct. You don't try to be creative. On the
Cars
nose.
and Coffee.
Exhaust.
I wonder who came up with that name.
Right.
Cars and Coffee.
Some
people also
call
it.
There was another one, flying cruising. Like that's literally on the nose. They bring airplanes and they bring cars, flying and cruising. Like it's like. We're community is very literal. Like there's no, you guys leave too much to the imagination. You know what I mean? Like you guys leave nothing to the imagination.
Awesome.
I mean nothing to the imagination.
Got the car done. You already saw it. We weren't filming podcast then, but you did see it.
I saw the portion of it, but it was like fully finished. Yeah, because you
saw the wheels and everything.
I did see the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually I did see everything. I saw everything. I did. I thought there were like a couple components missing.
A lot of great feedback from that. Pretty happy that we finished it. Yeah, it was great feedback, positive feedback. I got to do a few things still. I'm working on the new, the other build that I've been putting off for way too long.
Right.
So that's being worked on.
Right. That's gonna pay off.
Wait, what were we talking about before I left?
You're literally talking about finishing the car.
Right. So I'm working on the new build. That should be pretty. Not really. Well, actually, it is fun. I've been just kind of working at night. Just do my own thing, at night, a little bit here and there. Which will eventually obviously amount to something big and the car will be done.
Right.
It's always better to do little than nothing and then a lot and then nothing. I've always been that kind of person.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how a lot of people get motivated to do a whole bunch and then don't do anything for a month?
Oh.
I'm always that type of guy where I like, even though I'm like reading, for example, I'm trying to read a book. I'd rather read half of a page than nothing at all because that creates habit. And you're also advancing.
Oh, yeah, I'm the opposite.
Really?
If I can't read a full page, I won't read out. Like, if I can't read the amount that I think is sufficient in a day, I won't read at all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like for example, like something else. And I think, what started that? I think what started it when I was younger, sorry to bring this back to video games, but you know how people are like, hey, one more match, or like if I can't play like a full session, I won't play a session at all. And I think that's what started it. Like,
that's
like
a good
the
thing when
very
it comes down to video games.
right. It's a good if it's like if I
Okay,
can't,
last time we played, there was one more match 5 times.
Yeah, there was one match.
We played like an extra like hour, I think.
Yeah, but you can even ask Raymond. You can even ask Raymond. Like there are times where if I tell him I'm gonna be online and I'm already 30 minutes late, I'm not gonna get on because it's not gonna be a full session and it's not gonna be fun.
I see.
You know what I mean? So
how long are your sessions usually?
A good session for me is a solid 2 hours.
Okay.
But that can be cut short depending on if we lose or not. Drastically. I promise you, drastically cut short. If I
can see that.
We lose like 3 matches in a row, I'm going to sleep. I'm not playing anymore. I'm taking a break.
Dude, that reminds me. We're gonna stick with video games because I have to tell the story.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
I was like in a 5-game winning streak in League, which I mean
that's impressive because it is League of Legends. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Because of so real quick disclaimer though, because of Danny, I used to watch League of Legends all the time, but because of Danny, I understand.
Did you see any champion that came out?
No, actually I haven't, bro. I've been living under a rock, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. But because of Danny, having somebody that actually plays the game makes you realize just how difficult it is. So I know what 5-game winning streak means in League of Legends.
It's really rare. And then I went on a 3-game losing streak.
Damn. So all that progress just
because one ranked game I gained 25 LP, and then every time I lose 10.
Okay.
So I'm okay. I would have to lose double the games to lose everything.
Fair. Okay.
But I was doing an amazing streak, and then guess who gets banned?
Vayne?
Vayne gets banned.
They banned Vayne?
No, they picked Vayne.
Oh, they picked
Vayne.
Is it your like isn't like your emote whatever is Vayne? They should know better.
That's my main character. That's who I was playing. I was like,
hilarious.
Oh, wow.
It's like somebody picking.
Test me, huh? Okay.
It's like somebody picking a Reaper, bro. I'm just gonna dashboard. I'm not gonna say the match. Like, what's wrong with you guys? Just I'm dashboarding.
You're playing with a full party. Or did you just disappear out of nowhere?
Yo, where's Jacques? Jacques, Jacques has left the chat and like left the party chat.
You go to sleep.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Yeah, so I pick Misfortune. I'm winning early. We're absolutely wrecking, bro. You know,
dude, we can play Overwatch together.
We can.
We gotta play. Okay.
That's one thing we have to do.
Yes, we have to do.
Jack got me to Overwatch back Publix. I played. I loved it.
2017, yeah.
And we've never been able to play together, so that's something we have to do. Like, we have to.
Tomorrow you invited, I went to your house and we played. We've been like,
you ranked me up like 20. Jack won like 8 games in a row.
Did I bring my controller to plug into your PC? Because I don't. Yes, that was awesome. That was so cool.
But yeah, we're winning.
And that's when you showed me Yohanzo. Yohanzo was fucking sick at the time.
Yes.
Yohanzo was awesome at the time. Yeah, I remember Danny was ripping with the Hanzo.
My mains were Reaper because you told me to.
Yeah, Reaper.
Or I liked him. You can recommend it. I'm like, this is someone I can play. Reaper, Hanzo's whenever I'm like feeling lazy.
And then Pharah, of course, your main Pharah.
Like, and then
your Pharah's scary, bro. I'm not gonna because he's hard.
And
like,
then you know who's scarier?
Junkrat. Yeah, Junkrat. Yes, Junkrat. Because you could not, because not many characters could dodge. He's stupid.
Spam. You can just spam, stamp.
And the Tyrip, like his ultimate was super nutty too, bro.
Yeah, you do so much damage with
a lot of damage.
But either way, we're winning easily. I'm like, damn, this is pretty easy.
Right.
And our Skarner throws so hard. No. It's not even funny. And we lose the game.
Yeah.
And that catapulted.
That kind of like started the downhill.
Of three losing games in a row.
It always takes one game to just put you on tilt, and when you're on tilt, stop playing because you're gonna bring that toxic energy to every game. I've learned my lesson from Halo.
Yeah,
like, you're
right.
You bring that toxic energy, but you're never
like,
gonna win.
Damn, one more.
And that's when I implemented. You can ask Raymond the 3-game losing. Like I lose 3 games, I'm not like there are levels to this. Like I mean, not necessarily 3, but a losing streak, but if I do good, I'm not upset. But if there's 3 games I lose in a row where I'm like, I'm not playing to standard, I'm going to sleep because obviously mentally there's something that's not clicking, and it's gonna get me on tilt.
Well, like
that's what it is.
Some games you're so smooth, and you're
bro. There are games that you're automatic, like you're literally on autopilot. Like everything you do just works. Your decision making, your shots. I mean, it's it's automatic.
You're smurfing.
You're smurfing. Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, at that point, I just don't want to play because and you get nothing hurts me more when you know a good player, but you play bad and some loser sends you a message, bro. Stop playing where you're bad. It's like, bro, 1v1 me. I promise you, I will
That
beat
happens.
you
Yo,
all the time. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, I
you know what I
promise you,
did?
you won't be able to. Beat
I've been
me.
playing
I
League
promise
for
you.
almost 10 years. I never knew you could disable the chat.
Are you serious?
So I literally just disabled the chat.
Every game has
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you could mute people on like an
Muting?
Xbox. Yeah.
I muted, but you can use disable it, so you never.
Oh, right,
because
because PC's different. They don't. Can you actually use mics in?
Yeah, you can. Oh my
You
God.
can,
you imagine?
bro. That would be so cool if you could, though.
No,
but think
no,
about
no,
tactic wise, though. You should be
No,
able to.
Nope. I
Seriously,
think that's what makes League still so pure and on the top.
pure. You're so toxic. He's right the ball. You know,
Imagine
at
if
first
you
it used to be Call of Duty. Now, we could just surpass Call of Duty for toxic behavior, 100%.
But enough with video games. Tell us your big announcement.
Okay, big announcement.
You've been working on this for
wait,
how long?
wait a second. Isn't this our first podcast of the year? We didn't even say Happy New Year's.
No, but the last podcast we uploaded in the New Year's.
Guys, that's how we've been off of it for so long. We didn't even
So,
ask the
introduction.
question of the day, bro.
It's fine. You've been working on this for how long?
So, guys, we're gonna do a question. Whatever, we're just gonna skip all of that. So, guys, I'm super excited. Even Danny didn't know about this until literally
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes
whatever,
ago.
sorry.
We kind of I kind of told him about before. So just as an idea. So guys, this has been an idea that's been brewing for about a year and 3 months. Well, yeah, so about a year and 3 months now. But actually like 6 months of like production of actually doing it. And guys, I can finally say by the time this video because we uploading this on Saturday, right?
Yep. By the time it drops.
So by the time it drops, Flywheel Arena, my very own personal business, will be launching. It has been a long time coming, and I've been working so hard, and that's why, guys. You know, when we're very subliminal on these things, when I'm saying I'm working in my personal life, there are big changes that I'm making. It's these things, and it feels so good when we can actually talk about it and show people like what you've been working on for so long. So guys, it's called Flywheel Arena. The website's gonna go up when by the time you guys see this podcast. We're gonna put a link on it, and you guys can go there and start booking your arenas. So it's gonna be fun. And I'm guessing you guys probably want to know what
what's
it? So you guys, so Danny did post a video because Danny's fake, but there was a
Dude, did you only come that one day so I can promote your Flywheel Arena?
No, that was you was.
Imagine.
Can you imagine? I only use this
playing
podcast
long term.
Long term. No, so the inner kid in me, since I was a kid, I've always liked guns. I wouldn't even say Nerf guns. I've always liked every kid. I think at some point liked Nerf guns.
Oh,
Guns, right? Guns as a whole, because you like paintball. You know what I mean. So, but for me is the fact that
there's something about having to hit someone.
Yes,
and like
There's something about like satisfying about aiming and then shooting that thing and hitting the
them
target
from far away.
You know, it's intrinsic thing. You might not be into it, but I am, and the idea came just really out of, I feel like, just in the area that we live in, just out of necessity, right? There's nothing like it, and I thought it was cool to bring, you know, my idea to life, you know, to at least there's a great quote. It's like, God damn it, of course now I forgot the quote, but it's a quote about saying that, like, you at least try, right?
Of course.
At least try.
What do you have to lose?
It's like you have nothing to lose. So it's the idea that we're doing something. There's a space that's there, and essentially what Flywheel Arena is, we are bringing Nerf guns to you, right? So let's just say birthday party for your son, or maybe for your group of friends, right? You guys are go friends, because we have we call them arenas. So arenas are like, instead of saying packages, we call them arenas, and essentially we have different arenas. We have 4 arenas launching.
Like different game modes.
With different game modes. Each arena has at least 1 to 2 game modes that are attached to it, right? And essentially, we have for ages 8 and up, and then we have for ages 14 and up, right? We the ages 8 and up, it's called the elite series, where we have like darts, because darts are they don't hurt us, they don't hurt as much, and then they're like they don't go far, they're like very kid friendly. And then you have like the rival series, which is what where you have like the big Nerf guns that are shooting like 8 rounds a second, that'll like 100 to 130 feet, you probably want to not be so close because they'll leave welts on your body when you get hit by. Believe it or not, they actually do. Like if you get
little plastic balls.
The little plastic balls, yeah, they actually do.
I believe it.
Yeah, if you get close enough. So we wanted to have, because if I'm engaged, and even Danny said he had fun. Especially when you play with the grown-up weapons, like they're made for grown-ups. When you're shooting really fast and the adrenaline's pumping, you're trying to dodge and weave. It's really fun. So I could turning that passion into actual business, and we're launching is awesome. And I gotta say a big thank you to Danny for
you're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, 100%. But Danny was a big motivation, that just seeing him like with just YouTube. I always knew I wanted to do something, but just starting the podcast and then just like all these things get you thinking, creative people. And there's one thing I want to say, and I've been saving for this moment. You know when I say, when people say align yourself with creative people?
Yeah.
What, like birds of a feather flock together, right? When you surround yourself with people who are innovative, who are creative, and they do things,
it brushes off on you.
He brushes off on you, right? Like, I'm not saying I would have never done this if it wasn't for you, but I'm saying I did it sooner because you were in my circle, because I always had some sort of an idea to do, but because, and it's not just you though, like being around people like Alex, who came in, like working over there with like all these creative guys who do music, who do Twitch, who has music, who does videos, right? All these creatives at my workplace, it makes you like, dude, what am I doing in my life? Like I could do something too. So, and then a year and 6 months later, here we are, a year and 3 months later, here we are in a combination of like,
that's amazing.
All of that stuff. So
honestly, I'm really happy.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I'll be honest, when he said I'm starting, I thought he was gonna say Family Channel. That's the first thing that came to mind.
I mean, that's a good idea though.
Not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
But I'm happy that you're doing something, like you're doing your thing, you know?
I'm happy. And when you do something that's happy, Danny, I see your motivation.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same motivation we have for this podcast is the same thing, where like I could say, because when you start working on something, because you probably understand, like when you start a project and when you close to the finish line, you have like crunch time, right? Our window was March, was the window. And when once it hit January, like halfway through, we had everything planned out. It's time to execute. And the website was the last thing. I was like, I can't. All my time was spent.
And I bet you learned a lot.
Oh my, dude, I could write a book about and guys, the road to success is not straight. There's man, 100%. Y'all, it was, I'll say it now, it's like one of those things. I know that the business is going to succeed, right? I have no doubt, because with analytics and stuff, but in a vacuum where I believe that, because you have to believe in your project for it to work, first of all. Like, if you don't believe in it, there's no point, because the passion has to be there.
Exactly.
But the plethora, if, let's just say in a vacuum and it didn't work, I would not even be upset, because the plethora of, like, knowledge that I gained trying to make something in using things like Illustrator, using things like Photoshop, using things like After Effects,
coming with the name,
being creative, like staying up for like 4-6 hours, going to sleep for only 2 hours, waking up, drinking a Monster, driving to work, and then doing it over for like a 3-week span or like a crunch time. It is worlds of knowledge, self-taught, and dude, it was just me and my girlfriend. We were like so exhausted, but the
that's pretty awesome, actually, that you're not doing it yourself.
Oh no, not at all. It was me and her, and
it's been a huge help having someone else.
What, bro? Being alone sucks, bro. Like, if you're doing anything by yourself, not even having a girlfriend, but like if you're building any platform by yourself and no one to assist you, at least, like, maybe not like a partner, but at least somebody who's like, hey, can you help out? I'm driving, like, kind of like when you ask me to drive with you somewhere. Like, if you don't have people around you who are willing to support you in that manner, like, what's the point? Like, it's gonna be so difficult.
Yeah, it gets lonely. It gets lonely, and you lose your purpose in a way.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
dope.
It's been fun. I want to go into more details, but I kind of want you guys to discover the website. I don't want to, hide the whole mirage. So when it launches, we're gonna put the link there.
Yeah. The link will be in the top of the description.
Correct. Yep. And just have it there, guys. And that's all I'm gonna say now, because I want you guys to read the story. Because one more thing too, it's a little bit different. It's not just more like an Easter egg. It's not just a like we're just gonna rent out. There's a overarching theme that's going on, and I hope you guys could enjoy it. And when you go on the website, you could see it and just leave us. And there's a section on their website where we ask for feedback. So if you guys want to give feedback and stuff like that, if you enjoy the little Easter eggs that we put in there, it'd be really cool. If you guys
so
could.
if you're in the South Florida,
so Naples, Estero, Marco Island, and Naples, Estero, Marco Island, and I'm forgetting the other one. Bonita. If you're in Bonita, guys, check it out for sure.
And it doesn't even have to be for like a party, right? Just if you want to have fun with your friends.
It doesn't have to be for a party. Literally, it could be for, let's just say you and the guys, you want to get together and be like, yo, let's just rent out this and just have a blast in the backyard shooting the weapons, right? Instead of going out and buying them, we just bring it to you. We have covers, deployable covers and stuff like that you guys could play with. We set up and just have fun. You could either play with our game modes that are really cool, like hostage, capture the flag, or you could just have a free fall, have fun. Because the whole point is to, like, our slogan is like unlock your inner child, like have fun. You know, like have fun with life. And that's how this kind of whole came to be, just having fun with your inner self, your passion. And I hope this motivates everybody else to do what
it motivates me. Like seeing you start your own thing and pushing, it's like, dang, that's awesome. Yeah.
Works both ways, bro. Seriously. And I know I've said it multiple times on our podcast how like you're achieving. Like to me, you know, when you in that podcast, to me that's probably our most memorable podcast, just because I remember when you talked about achieving that goal you set for yourself 4 years ago with getting that new engine. Right. Because I remember at Publix where you literally told me that, bro. So to me that's memorable. It's probably my favorite podcast because that's when I first found out about, like, the most meaningful is that one, because it's like one of my best friends is accomplishing a goal that he set out for himself. Like, you know how like that's motivating, and that gave me a boost of energy to like keep doing this, because he was in that year time span.
That's the biggest thing. Starting, which you already did, which is you literally did the biggest step that everybody feels at doing. Yeah. Starting, actually doing it.
Actually doing it.
Now the next thing is just continue.
Just keep going. Keep going and learn. Because the crazy thing is,
how to improve, learn new things.
When you launch, bro, I just want to learn. Like, it's not gonna. I want it to be smooth, obviously, but that's not realistic. There's gonna be hiccups, but for me, the main key is, bro, our first couple outings, weeks, months, I'm going to jot down everything that works, that doesn't, and polish experience and just get better over time. That's it. You know, that's it. So it's gonna be. But yeah, guys, go support, go check it out. It's gonna be super dope, and I'll see you guys in the arena. Seriously, it's be fun.
Talking about arenas, right. Donda 2.
So, guys, I've been living under a rock, obviously, like I said, because of what I've been doing. But Danny, though, has been keeping up with everything that's been going on. So, Danny,
dude, I'm all about the culture.
Wow, that's what he's trying to say about me.
I'm
a fraud? Is that what he's trying to say? I'm not. You're
trying to improve your life, bro. You're lame.
Can you imagine, bro? I'm trying to be better. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm
so Kanye did another listening party. Well, he did a listening party for Donda 2, like he did for the first Donda.
Was that one in the stadium as well? Like the giant stadium?
It was in Miami.
You could have. Did you know?
I knew, but it was more of a.
Oh, like, was it like more like an insider thing? Like you have to get specific invite
No, my friends went.
So literally anybody could have gone. Yeah. Bro, you missed out, bro.
I know.
You definitely missed out, 100%. Because Danny's a big Kanye fan. You definitely missed out. Yeah, that would have been pretty dope.
But he dropped on the 2. A couple tracks were decent. Like, the weird thing about listening parties is the audio's off. You can't really hear what the song is going to sound like.
Are people like talking over like the song? No,
they're not. No. But you can sometimes hear the crowd.
Right, that's what I meant. Right, if you're watching it on like live stream or like you're live streaming, you could hear the people. Like probably like, oh, this is so dope. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, it's probably.
And I don't know. In like Donda, I believe he added some tracks, took out some tracks, modified some tracks. So we don't know what the actual Donda 2 is gonna be like when it comes out, or it's gonna sound like. Right. But he also did say he doesn't want to release it on Apple Music or YouTube or anything. He wants to release it on this little device he sells called Stem Player, which costs $200. So you're gonna have to pay $200 to listen to Donda 2. Let's go.
You know what?
I love how he innovates. Can we like put a stop to like?
Can I be honest with you though? Like, I'm not mad at him, because it's like, if you're a big enough fan.
Reasoning was because he's saying how guess people are like Apple and all these distributors, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
they take such a big cut from the creators.
Yeah, I wonder. That it's so crazy. Just we're gonna go back on that, but it still has to do with what you just said. Remember how he had a partnership with Tidal, which is like the music distributor that Jay-Z owns. I wonder what happened to that. I know they kind of had a falling out, but it probably would have been cool if he dropped that on Tidal. Dude, Tidal would have gotten so many people to subscribe because Kanye's pull right now is ridiculous in the industry, dude. Like, insane. Holy shit.
Like, yeah.
After him, bro, can I be honest with you? After...
Who do you think?
Not after. Before, like he's second to Drake, bro. Drake, there's no other artist with that much pull than Kanye aside from Drake. In my opinion.
Who are the right now living? Who are the 5 biggest influencers, culture-wise? Music or just in general?
Okay, so here's the thing. If I say music, I can't speak on the general of music because I want to focus on hip hop, right? Like, there's hip hop. Right now, the biggest pull, Drake, number 1. It's Drake, bro. It's Drake. Number 2 is Kanye. Number 3, funny enough, I actually think it's what's his face, the baby. Dude has been like, if we're talking about right now,
I don't know who the baby and little baby. Like, I don't know.
Like the baby's the guy that sings.
Is the baby the guy with that has the kid?
They both have kids, I think. Okay. Do you know the guys that sings that song? I'm a hot nigga. No. What about
Wait, hold on, a little bit. Oh, I know. Okay, yes, yeah, I know.
That's the baby.
I have 2 faces in mind
because everybody.
Who's the guy? Who's the one that's always wearing braids?
That's the little baby.
That's the little baby.
I believe that's.
And the baby's the more.
No, that's not.
Who got caught in Paris with what's his guy's name? With.
Oh, ASAP. You talking about ASAP Rocky?
No. One of the babies got caught in Paris with. What's his name? James Harden.
Oh, that's a little baby.
That's a little baby.
Okay. So
and the baby's the other guy.
So I guess little baby does have braids now. I guess. But yeah. So yeah, bro. So right now, like we're talking about right now, and we're not talking about who has the best lyrics, but who has the most cultural like pull or influence. Right. I honestly want to say right now, like just off that, right. We're gonna talk about Drake. We're gonna talk about Kanye. I think Lil Baby, because everybody wants to work with the baby, and then of course Lil Baby. These guys have been putting in so much work, and then 5th, I would definitely put what's his face up there. Yeah, I got you. All right. And then 5th, I would honestly say what's his face? His name is escaping right now, just because of his all around like his
Migos?
Not Migos. J. Cole. All around. No, like hear me out, because all around like he's, when you look at, not like.
What about Kendrick though?
No, he's why I know, and I know you're gonna say that. Here's why I say J. Cole, right? Not so much Kendrick. Lyrics wise, these guys are at the top, right? But when we talk about Paul, when you look at some of the newer kids who are lyricists, who are dominating, like newest, right? Like coming in, who are dominating the game. Right? All of them are coming from the Dreamville. Like his label. Yeah. You have JID, you have Bass, and then you have like that girl, I forgot her name. Oh my god, I forgot her name. And then like you have these guys like breaking the barrier with the Dreamville label. I think that's why I put them out there. But I obviously like there's people who are missing. But as of right now, at this very moment, those are like my top 5. Like culture moving.
That's Kanye said the most important. I don't know how he worded it, but he said something along the lines of the most important artist or rap artist and the one that's influenced the most in the last 10 years is Future.
I can see that. Do you see it though? When you look at the auto-tune,
it has to do with the auto-tune.
With all these little kids, with all these low this, low that. But can I say? Well, let me say this though. I don't want to say it's Future. I want to say it's Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne influenced Future, and then Future then opened and then I feel like started with Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne is with Lil Wayne's flow with the dreads and the bags and the not the dreads so much, but like the whole like the flow. Like he's flow. He's a lyricist, but like the stuff he does with his voice, how he changes the tones and like his monikers. Yeah,
he has a really unique voice.
Very unique voice. I think he kind of opened up the floodgate.
You know who has another very unique voice that kind of doesn't really make bangers that much anymore? Designer.
Yes.
That guy's voice is...
Yeah, he just like all the inflection in his voice. Yeah, like all that. Like yeah, he did. But he had one good song, right?
Panda, you remember?
That's it.
Wow, that song took over.
Dude, literally took over the rap game.
It was insane.
Quite literally took over the rap game, bro. Absolutely ridiculous.
But after that, I mean, I think he had like another 2 or something. But
dude,
you know what's crazy? If you make a banger that big, you can probably live off of that.
You probably could. You probably did live off of that for a good amount of time.
Isn't that crazy?
It's very crazy.
It takes one song, one video.
That's it.
One business connection.
That's
one
it.
Client to just
Kanye put him on.
Everything.
Literally, Kanye put him on. Literally, Kanye put, and I think that's one thing too, though. Kanye put him on a lot of people.
Did he actually? I actually didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. He put on, like, there was Kid Cudi.
What do you mean by put on? Like,
put on as in like not when I say put on, I mean like people like he made mainstream, right? Like he put it in the album. Drake does that a lot too.
But I mean, when Kanye put him in the album, that song was already an absolute banger.
Right.
And when Kanye put that in that was part 2.
Right. It was just absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I was actually listening to that in the gym today.
But think about it though, Kanye, like the song was blowing up, right? But then again, you have anybody who can get Kanye or Drake on their song is a certified classic. 100%. Or not that classic, but a banger. He has to be a banger. These guys are cheat codes.
So do you think it's a banger because their verse is actually good, or do you think it's a banger because they're so hot right now where anything they put out, people are gonna appraise?
The second one.
Yeah. Because
I've said it before. And I'll say it on camera too. Like a lot, if anyone knows me, I'm not actually a big fan of Drake. I actually think Drake is I'm actually not a big fan of Drake. Like old Drake, like the Take Care album and stuff like that, I would listen to. But I was never really a big fan of Drake. But that doesn't mean I cannot pretend like this man's like whole discography isn't amazing, right? All his Emmys, all his like awards and stuff like that. So, and I think Drake makes very simple music. Like,
yeah, I can see that.
Simple music.
Pretty much.
Anybody can get behind, right? The simple, the better. Drake is the Apple of the hip hop industry. It's simple. People like it, and people are always gonna like it because of how simple it is, right? But that does not make it the best phone, right? You see what I'm saying? Like the analogy, right? That does not make him the best rapper when it comes to lyrics and stuff like that. And that's why I come in, because you know me, I like lyrics, right? I like lyrics. So for me, people like I prefer like conscious rappers like J. Cole, J.I.D., Bass, Zakari. You have I forgot his name, the other one from the label, Anderson .Paak. Like all I like these dudes with actual bars, and of course Kendrick. You know the usual these type of rappers.
So how do labels work exactly? Do they help you publish the music in your album and then market it?
Correct. Because you just don't have that pull, and they push you out like concerts, right?
Right,
endorsement
I'm
deals.
Source concerts.
Correct, because remember when we talk about the the Travis Scott ordeal with the people being trampled in his thing.
Yes,
a lot of people think like, and you remember back to that conversation. A lot of people think that these artists are in charge. No, like their label paid somebody for that venue. They have nothing to do with that. All they literally just come in and perform.
Yep.
But all that, they have a whole team behind it, and that's why you have a label. The label pushes you. Yeah. But that's where Kanye comes in. Was like the label at the same time though can hold on to your album, can freeze the album, can push back release, can make edits to it that you probably don't want to if they have an agenda to push and stuff like that. That's why.
What
yeah.
When Kanye was gonna release the College Dropout, they talk about this in the new documentary.
I gotta watch
Jesus.
it.
You have to, man. It's really incredible.
It's called Jesus.
It's
Jesus.
Like Jesus.
Jesus. Yes. Yeah. Jesus.
It's like, but no, Genius. It's called Genius. But it's like G, and then it's like yes. It's weird. I don't know.
Cause these whole things with the Z's, like Jesus.
Dude, I own a Z, bro.
Yeah. Well, hey, there you go.
Danny
Z. There you go.
But Rockefeller Records, the first label he signed with. They kept pushing back the album. They didn't take him serious, and he had to market himself and show the label that this was gonna be a banger album. And then they gave him a release date and whatnot.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that we're talking about Kanye because I've talked to a lot of like Kanye naysayers, and I think that and I don't blame him because Kanye has said some of the most wild, like outlandish things. And I get it. The dude is probably like mentally unstable. But I don't quite agree with that statement, right? Because I don't even agree with it myself. Here's what I'm trying to say: when has innovators or geniuses, right?
That's true.
Has ever been mentally stable? Look at Elon Musk. Look at Steve. Look at Bill Gates. Look at Mr. Amazon Prime himself, Jeff Bezos. Like when you look at some of the most creative or like the most talented.
Have you seen Jeff? Wait, hold on. I got this lighting is pissing me off.
Oh yeah, is it that bad? That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's nice, right?
You were talking about the like Elon Musk.
Right. No. Yeah. Just.
Well, we know that Elon is an actual robot. He's a cyborg.
I think we win.
When the toxin goes.
I think just quickly though, I think this podcast reaches its peak when we have Elon on here. That's when we've peaked.
Well, we have Elon on here,
I think we peaked at that point.
Something horrible is happening to the world if that happens.
Wow.
You know when you were yelling at me, what are you doing here?
Right.
That's
when Elon is he's on the podcast.
He should be here next week though.
100%, I believe so. What was I saying? Right, geniuses, right? People who always think outside the box. I think that's what a genius is. People who think outside of the box, who are not ordinary,
and create and have a huge pull.
You can't do something like that and have something not be in there, because the whole point of being creative is to not follow the status quo. Right?
Which I struggle with a lot. Man.
Right, the whole point. And Danny, you're not normal. Right, you're not like in the thing what we call normal. You have to sometimes have outlandish ideas, and you just don't care. Life is too short for me to like. I get it. Not all the things I agree with, but some of the things are very ignorant, degrading, whatever you want to call it. And I agree, all those things are true. But at the same time, those very people that are saying that, you're sitting home in front of a screen, not doing absolutely anything. While this man's being creative, like, does that give you a right to criticize? 100%. But take a look into your life. I believe that the moment you start thinking outside of the box, there's gonna be people who disagree with you. That's 100%. That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing.
Where the culture's going.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Because to be creative, to be somebody to put your ideas out there, they're gonna flop. They might not succeed, and you're gonna have people who hate it. Right.
And that's what I've been struggling with recently, if I'm gonna be honest.
Which part? Because
just a lot there trying to be different.
Oh, okay. Trying to break the status.
Just because it's so hard to. There's so many people trying to do the same thing where sometimes you fall into that
algorithmic, like,
right, where you're doing the same thing others are doing, but you're kind of asking why you're not doing better or whatnot. Right. And I'm kind of falling into that. I'm trying to figure out how I can be different with my editing, with how I film, with I don't know.
So now I'm not a content creator, but I thought the whole point of content creation is that your personality is what sells the content. Because people watch Danny Z. If I wanted to watch who else, I don't know what other core YouTubers out there. If I wanted to watch them, I'll watch them.
Yes,
right. You know what I mean?
How are more people gonna know Danny Z if the reach it's not reaching them?
Right.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, I get it.
Right?
So you're thinking more of like, what can I do that's different to reach
a
wider.
Okay.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you. And that's the problem that you're.
No, of course. I'm not gonna change who I am as a person.
Right. But you're trying to say, what can I do to expand the horizon without compromising me as like what people already.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. I get it. Yeah, which is
it's a difficult battle, and you might fall into this. Maybe you're gonna be a year into the company. You're like, damn, how can we improve? How can we be different than this person that's doing the same thing?
100%. And I'm pretty sure.
And what I've been always telling myself, and I was telling this to Chris, was like the fact that I care enough to like get frustrated. And yesterday, stayed up to like 2 a.m. just brainstorming, thinking, and getting super annoyed.
You're a step in the right direction.
The fact that you care, it's super important when you're trying to grow and get better.
I'm gonna take this a step further. I think the fact that you think like that is what's gonna get you to the step in the right direction. Because what do people always say? To fix something, you must first realize there's something that needs to be fixed, right?
100%.
If you're ignorant to that fact, you will never grow, right? But I think as long as you stay true to like what makes Danny Z, but without compromising it, grow. So any idea that doesn't compromise that part of it, at least try. You know, like for example, with the podcast, how we one of the things, if I can say, one of the things that we want to do is the music thing, right? We talked about
which we will since
do it.
Donda 2 hasn't dropped.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that's something we're gonna do to you guys. It might flop. You guys may hate it, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna try it. Yeah. How would we know if we never try?
We got nothing to lose from that.
Because he's not gonna compromise what me and you are. We'll just bring you something new. If it works, we're gonna stick to it. If it doesn't, 100%. Go back to the drawing board. But I think it's the idea that we're not afraid. I think you should be afraid to try new things, anyways. Which is something that Flywood is probably gonna run into at some point. You know, like it's gonna be like it's probably gonna get stale at some point. We have to. How do we, liquid? Like how do we make it more? How do we make it better? How do we take criticism? How do we evolve it and change it? Right. So how do you scale it?
It's exciting. It's exciting.
It is. It's daunting, scary, but exciting at the same time.
As long as you keep going and you try your best to figure it out.
Facts. Super dope.
You'll be 100% good.
100%. No, but yeah, back to Kanye though.
Oh, Kanye. Okay.
Yeah, because you didn't finish. You were saying something about the doc. No, was it the labels or the documentary?
Well, I mean the document. No, I think we already touched on everything about the labels and the doc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when does it actually drop down the two on that little stem thing he's talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it hasn't dropped yet because I haven't seen any reaction videos, and I was literally just looking at it to see if I could talk about it in the podcast.
Okay.
But I'm he said it's more like a, what would you call it? Like a not. It's an album. So they had like 4 songs from Donda 1 on there. They had 2 that ones that. They had the Weekend.
The one that's
they had a couple ones that we liked.
Is hard enough for me.
Yep, that one.
I like that one. It's actually
he shows good ones to put in the album.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited here.
But like you said, and it's to be mentioned too that and I think this is accurate. You remember at one point he was bankrupt.
Yes.
Right, and then this man's literal clothing line shot up through the roof. And now this man, I think he's one of the first rappers to become a billionaire.
That's
and it's like it's like, bro, once again, the
can
idea
you imagine like
think outside the box, like it's
especially
just,
when you make it.
It's amazing to me. I love that shit.
Like
bro.
the drive that you need to go from being a very successful producer, rapper, and then be like, I want to start a clothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. How does that even relate, bro? It doesn't make sense, but somehow you just meshing the two together, like, you know what I mean?
And do it so great.
Yeah.
You know?
Like any shoes. Can I be honest with
his
you?
His clothing line looks weird.
His clothing line is terrible, but his shoes, mainly his
Wait,
shoes.
I kind of like the thing he's coming out with though. Like, imagine a bunch of people just dressing up like this. It's kind of cool.
And as you know, as people that know me, my favorite shoes are Yeezys. I own a couple.
You're wearing some right now?
Yeah, I'm actually wearing some right now. I'm wearing for the sneakerheads out there. I'm wearing the Breads. If you guys know what those are, the 350 V2 Breads. This one? Yo, that one's dope. I'll rock.
This is dope, right?
This one right here? Oh, that's hard.
Like, some are kind of dope.
So, for example, this one, I'll rock this one.
Yeah.
I'll rock that one. It was the other one you showed me. That shirt, bro, looks fire to me. Like, yeah. I'll rock that shirt. I don't know. Like, once again, it's not for everybody. You know? It's not for everybody. But, hey, he's a genius.
I'm wearing this, bro.
Wow, that's just an awful video game, bro. Like, you're that's crazy.
Dude, his problem with the skeet or whatever his name is.
Yeah, what is it, like Dave Peterson, Dave, I don't know, whatever his name is.
He deleted his Instagram because everybody went over and said Kanye or something. I don't know.
I told you.
Yeah, Kanye's an interesting guy, man.
Kanye is not a person you kind of want to make an enemy of because he has a lot of pull. I mean, if he's not
a perfect person, but you can definitely learn a lot from him.
But who's perfect? My problem is people, like, you know, my problem is I don't mind you criticizing somebody's idea. My problem is people who say ignorant stuff, like, because I've heard people say ignorant stuff, like, well,
100%.
He's stupid, he's an idiot. Like,
elaborate
with your 9 to 5 making 17 an hour. Like, please elaborate how much of an idiot he is. Please tell me more. about how much of an idiot Kanye West is. Please tell me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Can we somewhat be realistic here? Like, what an idiot. Like, he didn't inherit the money. He was poor. He made this himself. I can understand if that idiot went to somebody who inherited money from somebody else. That's different. That's a whole different topic. But if you are dirt poor and you either create a business or you made something that other human beings spent their hard-earned money on to purchase it, to go in your pocket, and now you're successful, you are a genius to me. You did something, and nobody should ever call you an idiot. I'm sorry. That's just a fact. Because nobody can do that without being able to think and strategically to make something. It's just that simple to me. Like, you know what I mean? So when people say things like that, it bothers me, bro. Why?
It's difficult, and it takes a lot of courage going after your passion.
Yes.
And, you know.
Yes, especially artists, bro. Like, who said I was... Bro, for example, Pharrell in the documentary when he ran away because he was so good. Like you were saying, the balls you have to have, because Pharrell's already established at that point.
Yep.
To walk in his office and just play a banger like you know he's going to...
He was rapping in front of...
Come on, bro.
There's a clip of him rapping
is like up here, dude.
Incredible, bro. He's rapping in front of this girl, and the girl's like, "What is this guy doing?"
Right.
And he was rapping one of his most famous songs.
Right. Dude, it's like
insane.
It's so funny to me. Like, you have to be like, I don't care what regardless of your opinion is. I do not agree with everything he says. Just like me and you, do I agree with everything you do? Do you agree with everything I do?
Yeah,
especially even with making this podcast, we had creative differences. We had to compromise from places, but that doesn't mean. But I shouldn't call you an idiot. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's weird. It's weird to me. But yeah, man, it's dope.
We end it off right here. Was there something else we wanted to talk about? We kind of touched on Ukraine and what's happening right now. So
did we touch on?
Not really. So today Russia declared or they invaded Ukraine.
Oh, so they actually stepped foot on Ukraine soil.
Yeah, there's bombs going off.
Crazy.
Helicopters getting shut down.
That's crazy.
Missiles.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. Insane, right? Pandemic, a war.
Huh.
Jesus.
Yeah. Ta-da. So now, hold on a second. Now, look at the political landscape. That's crazy. So U.S.
we have U.S. embassies over there,
right, that
are defensively going to help Ukraine.
Well, hold on a second, because if
Biden said that, by the way,
defensively, okay, but that's not engaging in war though with them, because if they attack the embassy, that's different, right? That's different. But so I think the embassy should serve as but it doesn't matter if Russia takes over Ukraine like they want to. They could be like, we don't want your embassy there. So now what happens? So like,
I hope U.S. sleeps.
Okay, like, you know what I mean? Because if they get involved, China gets involved, and I don't have time for that, bro. Like, nobody has time for that, bro.
You're trying to give kids Nerf guns. I'm trying to get to 100K.
Hey, we don't have time.
Please,
guys,
just be nice to each other. Just give each other a little kiss.
For the love of God, like, does it matter if you have Ukraine or not? You're already this big of a superpower, like of a nation, of a country. Like, does it matter? Maybe I'm not a politician. I don't know how it works, but does it matter that much?
I don't fully understand it, but I do know that Ukraine has a couple places where it is mainly habited.
Yeah, you're right. Habited
by mostly Russian people.
So
Russia wants to take over those 2 or 3 places, I guess. Right. But I also heard somewhere that Putin said Ukraine's not a real country and they're gonna pay something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right? So my question is, like, why does it matter? Like from I don't know. I'm not a politician. So I have to do my research. So which is something that I'm going to do. I'm gonna do that tonight, actually, when I leave here. But I just want to know: does it matter? What is the significance of Ukraine to Russia? Like, does it matter that much that you're willing to risk all that war for this territory where you already have all this? What is it?
I'm guessing it's just more territory, resources.
that little piece of, you see how big Russia is? That little piece is gonna provide that much. Russia's like one of the, well, to be honest though, half of it
this
is like
can
a
also
frozen
throw
tundra.
out a
Right.
respect. Like
I guess
where
pride. Is pride the word? Like where Russia's pride.
we're ready to go to war. Oh, he said that if anybody attempts to intervene or mess with Russia, they will experience war like never before.
Putin said that?
Putin said that.
I believe it.
It's a lot going on. Stay safe out there.
I believe it.
If you're watching from Ukraine, we're praying for you. We love you.
Get the hell out of there. Leave. Just.
It's sad, man. It's very sad what's happening.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, bro. That's how we're starting the new year.
Oh my god!
Oh my
so
god! Like that's how we're starting 2022, bro. We're not even 2 months. We're not even 3 months in. COVID is Omicron came out, and then we have World War III on the cusp.
Yo, what is good right now?
And with that, guys, we're ending it off. Go on the website, book a party, have some fun. Email us on the business email. And then, of course, what's really cool is me and actually, can I say this? Actually, I'm going to say this now on the podcast. Me and Danny actually have 2 cool projects that you already know one of them, but the second one is, so we're going to do a lot of, let's say, some cool work with Flywheel Arena. So that's that. I haven't told Danny what they are yet, but I know Danny would always be down. And especially it's going to be with something Danny's very passionate about anyways. And he's... This man just pulled up his class. And then the second one is, I haven't forgot, if you guys remembered on last podcast, he does need to pimp out my car. I say I've planned for that. I've just been super busy. Pimp my ride. So those 2 things. And can you record? You're going to do a whole video with that one too.
We'll do a whole video.
So that's going to be super cool. You guys get to see my car for real for the first.
I know someone that can make a big sticker. Put the logo of your company on the camera.
Dude, you see already, bro. I'm telling you, it's going to be super cool, guys. So this year's going to be super awesome if we don't die by nuclear bombs first, of course. But if not, we're all in, guys. And we're also going to bring you Donda 2. I can't wait for that. Like, guys, that's one of the things we wanted to implement so much on this I'm
actually very excited for
podcast.
That.
Seriously.
Because we actually did the first Donda reaction, but we lost all the footage.
We lost all the footage.
Hard drive.
It is what it is. But now should be crispy. It should be better. And I look forward to 2022.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome.
Peace. We love you guys.
We love you guys.